So I thought we'd get some white paper towels to do a comparison. So it's pretty clean. I mean, it's not real dirty, so they must have changed it. So a little bit dirty, not bad though. I am showing you EPR. This is Engine Performance Restoration. This is by BG, the same company we use for the 44K for the fuel system cleaner. That stuff is awesome. It really just cleans your valves, really just kind of cleans everything up. EPR is good for like diesel engines and any engine that doesn't burn real well and gets really carbony. So this will pull out all the carbon deposits on the journals and the piston rings and the oil ring and all that stuff, and just kind of clean everything. You do have to run it at RPM, at 1200 RPM for about, it says 10 minutes. I do about 20. One thing I noticed with all the vehicles I do it on is it really cleans up the valve train. So anyway, so I just added this. You can add a whole can. It treats up to like 7 to 9 liter crankcases. So anywhoozin', let's give this a whirl. I put it in the crankcase, check the oil for the color, and then we'll run this and we'll see how much gunk we get out of the crankcase and hopefully make this thing sound better, because I feel like it runs a little rough. All right, let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Give it a go. I need a brick. Handy dandy bricks. I don't know how that's gonna work, but we'll figure that out. All right, let's fire her up. So we got that running at actually about 19-ish, 1900 RPM. Well, come on in here, I'll show you. You can listen to the engine. But yeah, it looks a lot better now that we got all this gunk. There was a rat's nest living right here. So we'll put a new filter in here and all that good stuff. I'll go ahead and top the fluids off. Some washer fluid. How is that new? See that? It's gotta have leaked. That's a full gallon, folks. I understand how that's a hole. Definitely a half a gallon. I wouldn't have bought it like that, I doubt it. So it definitely leaked. Like, oh, let's buy a whole gallon, or it's only a half. Let's let this chew for a little bit, and then we'll come back and we'll drop the oil and we'll look at it and see how it looks. So, see you in a bit. Okay, we've been running at about 1900, just a skosh below. So you go 200. Oh, see, I would lie. 237,852. I was saying 250. All right, so that's on mileage. So yeah, we're about 15 minutes in. I did do a little cleaning here. I pulled this off, and it was all goopy. Looks a little better. We'll have to clean all that. I got to get a new filter ordered as well, but see, it looks a lot better down there. I got to clean up some of the wiring here and such. But it looks a little better. It looks so gooky oil. So anyways, let's shut her down. Let's shut her down. Let's change on the old oil. Let's grab some tools. Let's change on the old oil. Ooh, look at that. It's always nice when you shine a light on your subjects. Matters and such as. You all see that? So this is where we're gonna pull our plug here. And this is a filter up here. Look at that. That's old. It's been up there a while. So let's pop the oil first. I think that's gonna be a test me. I bet it's a 14. I bet it's a 14. And it's a 14 millimeter. All the folks. Okay, so key to good changes on your oil are don't make a mess. Try not to make a mess. You want your car off on some kind of a stand or something, and a bucket underneath, you know. So, see bucket. Now back to pan. Yeah. Change this. You want to be on a semi-level surface. I'm not on a semi-level surface, unfortunately. Now it's going to be hot because it just was running for like 17 minutes. Woo! Oh, that's black. And I dropped the plug in the dirt. Don't ever do that. So see how black that is? Wow. That's dirty. Alright, so and it's gooky down here too, like the transmission cooler and such. Wow, that oil is dark. Wow. See, it can't hurt to actually change it. Alright, you watch that for a moment. Oh man. No, stay in the thing. I want to stay in the thing. Okay. It's catching a little wind. Here, check it out. Check it out. How dirty that is. So that's what just came out. We said it looked pretty clean. But truth be told, that the whole thing of the truth was being told of truths and such. However that goes, we would be looking at pretty dirty oil. And that is gonna, think about that. That's 237,000 miles of just, some oil changes missed and some bad gasoline and all that jazz. Awesome. See? That's just gonna make your engine. That's the plan. Okay, we're gonna let that drip a little bit more. We'll come back here in a moment. Get this filter out of there. I see that it is a Pennzoil. So this is the tool I use to get that off. It's a socket. It's a specific socket for this. So it'll go bloop, get on there nicely. See, it's barely on there. So perfect. So we'll get that on there. And then let's go ahead and get the drain plug back in on the oil. Back here. Put that there. Okay, nice. And we're just gonna wipe it up. If you spill oil, try to wipe it up. Make it look presentable. Alright, perfect. Now, that's gonna have a bunch of oil in it. Someday in the future, I'll have a shop with a lift. This is called Shade Tree Mechanics 101. Okay, now that's gonna dump. Woo! That's okay. Means it's over. You can see blackness coming out there. You can hear it too. Like the filter's taking a pee. PZ38. PZ38. Can I get a PZ38 on bay 1? PZ38 on bay 1. Oh wait. No, it's just me. Okay. That doesn't look too terrible. Well, let's get a new filter in there. Let's wipe this area. Make sure we don't get any crud in there. We're going to put the filter back on. We're going to put a Toyota in here, because that's the one thing I like to do. Now, while we're waiting and doing the filter, I go back to the oil. I go back to the oil pan. And we're going to take this back out. We're going to let it finish draining. See, yep, see there's still a bunch of goop in there. You figure all the heavy sediment and junk is kind of down there, so. Though that EPR stuff makes it pretty liquidy. Okay, so if you need a part number for the Toyotas, this is it. 90915-Yankee Zulu Zulu Foxtrot 1. This 5W30 is what we're looking at, so I just going with the Super Tech Walmart, superness. I like to fill said filter with said pre-oil. Oh, okay. Oh wow, what is all this? All this material packaging? Why Let me put my gloves on because, you know, I spill stuff everywhere. Okay, so yeah, just fill it up a little bit. Yep. Boom. And then take a little bit of that oil that you got on there and just kind of go around the ridge, just like that. Yep, that's the pro tip. That's how the pros do it. All right, there's the old filter. Yeah, oh wow, you can see all the, there's like sludge or something in there. Pro tip, put that back in the box, just like that. Keep it upright so it doesn't spill all over your stuff. Let's wipe out your tool. Keep it nice and clean for the next job. Okay, and then let's write, what did we say mileage was? So I should have written that before I filled the filter. I'm saying, see? 2, 3, 7, 8, 5, 2. Bam. Write it on your filters. That way you know your mileage. Definitely if you're outside doing this, don't do it when it's windy, especially if you're in a dirty area. Oh yeah, just gentle, you know, just a nice little snug. A nice little snug. Just like that. That's too, I make it too easy for you guys, right? Let's put her drain plug back in. I know she's still dripping, but ticky, time is marching. So let's go up top. Okay, in case you were wondering, I was trying to figure out what the capacity of this was. So I pulled up the manual. We are looking at an O2. So there is oil capacity. 2001 to 2005, we're looking at 4.4 quarts. There's all the stuff for the Type 4 for the transmission, so that's good. And then I did realize that it does say for the rear differential lubricants for the four-wheel drive 2001 to 2005 models, it's going to have to be a GL5, but a 90 hypoid gear oil. So anyways, just so you know, so 4.4 quarts, eh? Perfect. Perfect. All right, so we got the plug tightened down. Always double check, make sure your plug is tightened down. That's always a good thing. Get yourself a funnel, you know, a nice clean funnel. Stick this on here. Just gonna clean the hole out there. Easy peasy. And then this has all the markings on it, right? Let me just wipe the bottle off. One thing is, if you store oil, make sure the bottle is clean so you're not dumping dirt into your crankcase. Don't want to do that. You know, don't want to do that. All right, 4.4. What is this, 5 quarts? I'm gonna have a half a quart left, basically. It's kind of slow. Super exciting, pouring oil in your engine. Don't take me. 1.5 quarts. Oh yeah, that is going to be your ticket. Half a quart. You know, some shops, you take your car in for an oil change, and they'll be like, yeah, we'll change your oil. And they leave the filter on. And they charge you for a filter. And then they, you know, then they add oil and they don't even drop the old oil. So then you suddenly find yourself over full. Oh yeah. We're gonna some of this, the Marvel mystery oil. We don't know what's in it, but that's what makes it a mystery. Improves compression, lubricants, smoother idling, keeps engines from sludge. What does it say? How much in fuel oil? Replace up to 20% of the oil. Directions. You know what? I think we're just gonna put some in there. You know, because why not? Where's it at? Maybe we should add a mark. See that? The imaginary mark? Done. So we're going on to cold weather. Perfect. All right. So we added that. Excellent. Wipe the cap off. See, the cap has got all that goop in there. That nice and clean. All that schmutz out of there. Some of it as best as you can. All right. It's good. Our cap back. Excellent. Nice, guys. We got our oil changed. Let's wipe our filter out here. We'll clean up any little messes that we made here. Fresh oil. She's going to be real happy. We clean this out. We're going to get a new one, but in the meantime, at least that's better than it was. Always put your tools away, clean and ready for the next job as best as you can. I know I don't always do the same thing, but you gotta at least say it, right? Okay. Said it. Perfect. Excellent. All right. I am gonna do one last thing. Let's blow this out. See how dirty and crudgy that is. I'm gonna take that thingamadooter off. What is that size? This. What size is thou? What size is thou? 10 millimeters. Thy bolt is 10 millimeters. Perfect. Take that out of there. And I'm not blowing it down the tube. Come on. Yeah. Okay. I'm just looking down this thing, making sure it's all peachy keen. Looks good. I mean, it's dirty, but it's the incoming air. So let's get this put back. It goes in at an angle. Pops in with the little clippy clips there. Nice. There's a little tang, looks like. Just make sure you get that lined up. All right. Guys, let's fire this up. Let's fire this up. I'm excited. Let's hear it sounds. I don't know. I can't say that it sounds any better. I can't tell if it sounds any smoother. It's got to be better, right? I mean, definitely sounds smoother. Well, we know we got good clean oil in it. New filter, check. Get a new air filter. It definitely sounds better. You hear it, right? It's doesn't have any weird tickies or loping, or sounds a lot happier. Give you some love. You gotta just love on your cars a little bit, you know. Oh, it's coming around. Old girl's coming around. Be nice to put a header on this, soup it up a little bit. You know, time and money. Maybe we'll get around to it, be one of the projects. Well, guys, I think we had a really good day today. It's not perfect, but it's a million times better than it was. Yeah, she's really purring. Better than it was. Better than it was, definitely smoother. Starting on all the fluids, so once I get the training fluid and all the other fluids in, we'll change up on those. But yeah, another successful day working on the old RAV, getting it coming around, getting it just going through, make it all run really, really nice. So anyways, that is all for the day for me. You guys have a good one, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Cheers. Man, it's crazy. People throw their cars away. Can you believe that?